It's finally time to start feeling festive. Hi, welcome, come on in. My name is Aoife and today I am going to take the festive book tag. This feels like the perfect kind of tag to get into the festive mood, start thinking about Christmas, start thinking about the books that I want to be reading, and just to kind of step into Christmas a little bit more officially. The first question is, what fictional family would you like to spend Christmas dinner with? And there's kind of no other option but the Covey Song family from To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I think Lara Jean and her family would be the absolute perfect people to spend Christmas dinner with. Not only is Lara Jean a great baker and she could make some really delicious desserts, but if you've read the books or if you've seen the Netflix adaptations, you know that they have such a cozy family vibe. I feel like they would have a lot of great traditions, such as having a lovely breakfast together, playing some games in the evening, and I think it would just be such a chilled out day. I would absolutely love to join in with them. Question number 2 is, what are some bookish gifts that you would love to get this year? Well, obviously the first question is going to be books. I have got an Amazon wish list that I would love for my friends and family to dip into and say, I'm going to get you that, or I'm going to get you that. But if we're not looking at books, then I would really love to get a new journal. I have just started a new reading journal, but there's always space for another one. And I would love to have one that I can have as a kind of a backup for when I know that I'm approaching the end of this one. Question number 3, who is a fictional character that you think would make a great Christmas elf? Again, I have to say Lara Jean. If you've seen the films, if you've read the books, you know that Lara Jean is one of the most creative and thoughtful people out there. So I have a feeling that your gift would be homemade. It would be specific to a hobby or an interest that you have. She would make it completely personalized to you. And she might even throw a few cookies into the basket for you as well. Question number 4 is to match a book cover with a Christmas song that it works well with. A few years ago, I read Snowflakes at Mistletoe Cottage by Katie Ginger. And the minute that I saw this cover, I don't know why, but White Christmas came straight to my mind. And now, having looked at it again, I'll Be Home for Christmas is also coming to my mind, just purely because there is a house on the cover. The next question is Bah Humbug, and this is about a book or a character that you think should be put on the naughty list. This book has come up here a couple of times on this channel, but I absolutely do not have any space in my heart for The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. A lot of people out there have struggled with conception, fertility issues, having children. Quite a few people have said that the romance in this book is very realistic, and I will agree that the romance is written really, really well. But I absolutely cannot get on board with the ending. There's a surprise pregnancy plot, and there is a unplanned pregnancy for a character who has said the whole way through the book that she is going to struggle to conceive naturally, and therefore she's kind of made her peace with not having children. I can't even imagine how difficult reading a book like that must be for somebody who has actually struggled with fertility issues in the past. And I don't think that that was written well at all. I don't think it was handled well, and it has completely put me off that author for the rest of my life. Conversely to that, what is a book or character that you think deserves more love and should be put on the nice list? Again, I'm going to go for a book rather than a character, and I'm going to go for The Single Dad's Handbook by Lindsay James. I have not seen enough people talking about this book, but it will absolutely rip you apart. This book follows Evan, who before the events of this book has lost his wife Claire to breast cancer, and she leaves behind him and also their 5-year-old daughter Violet. Claire also leaves behind a series of notes and letters for Evan and for their daughter that they can read at times of struggle, at times of new experiences and new challenges, where having a mother's opinion and a mother's outlook might not be the worst thing in the world. Stuff like Violet's first day at school, Violet's first period, the day that Violet gets bullied and come home from school with that, when Evan is starting to date again, when he's feeling feelings for other people. There is a romance in this book. I wouldn't necessarily say that that was the main idea of this book, which I really liked about this, because I do feel like the most energy in this book should have been given to how Evan was grieving his wife's loss, how he was coming to terms with it, how he was trying to rebuild his life and Violet's life after the death of his wife. Do bring some tissues with you when you read this book, because you are going to need them, but it is a phenomenally written book. The next question is Red, Green and Gold, all about books that have a wonderfully Christmas feeling. So I took a look at all the books that are on my physical TBR and I took out 2 of them with really gorgeous wintry Christmassy feeling. So the first one is The Tourist Attraction by Sarah Morganthaler, and this absolutely does scream Christmas, winter, snow, all of the things that you associate with Christmas. What could be more of a Christmassy feeling than a book that is set in Alaska? It is about a guy who opens a restaurant where he doesn't really want loads of tourists to come, but because of the name, The Tourist Trap, they start flocking to the area anyway. But there's loads of reindeer nearby, there's loads of ice, it's chilly. I am really excited to get around to this one. The next one is a very recent purchase, and it's Baby It's Cold Outside by Emily Bell. This is also the name of a Christmas song, so it could not be more Christmassy than that. But look at the cover, it's white, it's got snowflakes on it, it's got a couple who are wrapped up well. This could not be more Christmassy if it tried. This book follows Nora and Andrew, who meet at a Christmas party one day. They hit it off really well, but their circumstances don't allow them to get into a relationship right now. But they do decide that if they are still single in 10 years' time, they're going to meet under the clock on Grafton Street in Dublin. I love a book that's set in Ireland. I love a romance book, and I love a book that kind of spans out over a long period of time. So this one is one that I'm going to get to in December. Finally, what is a book or series that you love so much you want everyone to find it under their tree this year? I'm going to go for the I Heart series by Lindsay Kellock. Big surprise to absolutely nobody. I first read this series back in 2019, and I've started rereading them again as audiobooks this year. Once again, I am completely transported back to where I was when I read them, the places that are being portrayed. For example, you're going to New York, Paris, Vegas, Hawaii, London. There are so many phenomenal places across the world that you're going to visit. Especially in a year like this and last year when travel hasn't exactly been the easiest thing in the world. Having a book series that is set right across the world will definitely help you out to see other places in the world, places that you maybe wanted to go to on holiday this year but couldn't. This might make it a little bit easier for you. Those were my answers to the Festive Christmas book tag. I am going to try and read both of these books in December, potentially vlog them, and let you know what my thoughts were at the end of the month. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I have new videos up every week. Now, get on out of here.